it's a huge explosion hazard. Now you have this fine particle dust that's just sitting in the pipe that's not moving. Today we're going to talk about balancing your dust collection system. In more of the simple lines, we'll have a blower. This is neutral, so we're just, whatever this is creating is blowing into this. So in this case, there's really nothing to balance because this is creating the pressure and this is receiving the pressure. When we talk about balancing is when we have a separate bag house. Now you have a big duct that's going through the building and you're dropping down into different blowers and different stations. What ends up happening in this case is that you have this dust collector, we'll say it's 100 horsepower, and it's grabbing from all these points. Now here you have a blower, and this blower is we'll say 15 horsepower. So now I have this here, which is a lot of power that's trying to vacuum from all these points. Depending on how open or closed these are, you're gonna get more and more pressure here. You want to have this here, the pressure that's vacuuming, be equal to the blower. So you don't want to be pulling more than what you're pushing into it. You really want this to be doing the work that it's designed to do, and you want to be balancing this perfectly. The one that is the simplest that I like to use is just a Y valve in here that just opens and closes. When you're doing it yourself, you'll put a string or a sheet of paper, and when you have your blower on, and you have this off, you're gonna notice this string is kind of, blowing in the wind. You wanna get that string to be slightly coming in. You don't want it pulled in all the way. You don't want that string blowing outwards. You want it kind of neutral. You're trying to get no airflow coming through this way and very minimal airflow going this way. And you have to do this for every blower in your system. And remember that if you have this blower here and you balance it, and you go over here and you have another blower over here, when you go and adjust this blower and close this damper or open it, it's gonna change this here. So you're gonna have to keep coming back until they're all perfect. It takes a long time to balance out the whole system. I've seen some people that wanna take this down, then material, when it comes in, it loses that velocity, and it just, in between these points, it's gonna settle, and you can have mountains of material in here. It's a huge explosion hazard. Now you have this fine particle dust that's just sitting in the pipe that's not moving. Hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.